Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very tired. I am very tired. Work today was just slow, annoying. It is what it is. It's over. And I get to drink. I get to play video games. It's good. In this moment, we are good. Goal. What is it doing? I feel, I need that speaker later. Speaker that I'm selling, I believe. Actually, no. No, I don't. I think it, yeah, I get the speaker somewhere else. Once we go back to, like, the church or something. Bro. What's in here, boy?
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small...
You like sunglasses, officer?
Yeah, shut up. Just let me rummage through.
Boring, third rate. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material,
Ooh, nice. Double sixes. Critical success.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster. Giant.
Am I Cthulhu?
And strangely tender.
The Kraken?
All is blue.
Oh.
Yes, but they also make your soul quiver like jello. So deep.
Wow, officer. You look so cool. And they can be yours for a mere 3 riyal. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste. But you...
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed in a thorough examination. It's a case to him.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse.
Inland Empire, but -1 perception. What does perception do? Adventures and dreams and waking life. See here, let no detail go. I mean, probably having -1 perception is not that good. know.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material, very...
Abort.
Damn!
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Jeez, fashion police Kim Kitsuragi.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you.
Oh god, it's shades of destruction. Only someone who hates themselves would wear these. Go rummage through the trash can, get some bottles. Oh. Yeah, we still need to figure out like who's smuggling drugs in the thing. I'm gonna go drop off the bottles I have. I also want to talk to Measurehead again. After I knocked the fuck out.
The tear machine stands in your bottles climb.
Let me see if I can talk to Measurehead again. That happens. So,
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamic.
it was just... I knocked you out like a goddamn... like god of martial arts. Fuck yeah, I did.
True. I said nothing about our personal dynamic. That has altered. A little. He means very little. Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
So you just pick your sides when it
There
suits you.
must be some friction there. He's keeping it. Mr. Claire is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront international capital, which is something your race naivistic communists never did. Also, to serve, he looks toward the harbor, motionless.
Ugh, Measurehead's amazing when he gets karate kicked into fucking oblivion. God, I love that. That's like, that is the highlight. Well, top one of the highlights of this game. Disco Inferno.
Looking for something? It's about biological... Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all.
So you're
Might
racist.
want
Makes
to
sense.
change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep. I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. People who studied these things said that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally,
Yes, I can
we
really tell.
Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously.
Your example of superior design. Please tell me this is the sarcastic option.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
Okay.
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately. same with the mosquitoes.
Cultural victory? What is this then?
What is this culture?
It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Down with this race? No. Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you fuck yourself?
Don't push.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
Empathy.
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want up the bosses, man. Makes sense. It sucks is what it does.
I mean, yeah, well, but it makes sense. It's just depending on what you're doing. Yes. What else can I talk to around here? Alright.
No one. You caught me at an odd time. Of course, whatever stupid things they put in the law, I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive. Of course it does. What did you expect?
I think I really need that empathy check for that one guy. I think he might spill the bean. Also, though, I want to try the mirror again. Mirror on. Who's this guy? He looks like a tool. Let's talk to him. All that money in now. Yeah, I'm sure it is to you. This guy?
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Quebec. Please. It's not funny. The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again. They're friends. The man says a couple of sentences in that I'm pretty sure he asked you a question. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Mercury rice.
Horse need more vodka?
It's from Mercury rice.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Well,
Of
yeah.
course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
No, but good. No, cut it.
The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak. He smiles. It's almost like music.
Don't want anything to do with the alcoholism. Isms. This is where the lyrics would be. Ooh, bottle. Oops. Pick it up, that bottle. Kim.
This fan has two, or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend, and a terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. The lights are off. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. What you have, if it's your friend, why was it up there?
My friend's
Who
abandoned
ties
me.
their friend to a ceiling fan? An ominous foreboding.
Got my tie now. I got him. Good looking, you know.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face.
Use your
adorned
chain charge
with
to fix the
expression.
stop steam from fogging up the mirror. Encyclopedia. Electrochemistry. I can't do any of those. Use the chain cutters.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned. The chain cutters slip out of your hand.
Oh, okay. I tried.
The bed is cold.
Hello again, sweetie.
It wasn't for that.
The worker, perhaps he's on the counter, rolled out of his open hand. You see a blister pack of headache medicine. There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his
Words, just a
roar
primordial.
like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
I am the law.
Why the yelling man?
Looks like a Sow descendant. A lot of Sow dock workers around.
Really? You woke me up?
Yeah, I
for
did.
that? Fine. What is it, officer?
That's your fucking ass, I did.
Officer, even after a rude awakening, this dock worker respects the police more than they usually do, at least.
Yeah, about it.
Do you have many of those hanging from the tree?
You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch.
That's a
Another
man who
hauled
lost
in a
all hope in
manhole,
humanity.
A third one gets eaten by stray dogs. If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern? I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead. You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it this way.
The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his blue notebook. So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even sleepy hair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective.
They got it. Majorette's got it. He's guarding the gate. I'm just getting some sleep. We are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. What's right for us. Okay. I guess there's also Evrard.
Yeah,
He's in
Elvrod seems to be
charge
running the show.
He's smart. Knows how to negotiate. He's got our back.
He's also slimier than oil slick. Or slippier than oil slick. I think that's the phrase.
That's the name.
He doesn't sound too
Is it? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside? Well, for one, I can use some more thank God no.
The worker stares at you.
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir, but when I'm out, then I'm really out. No corpses, no mausoleums, just quality time.
A little me time in the abyss of the dock worker.
Yeah, alright.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
That's a learning camp for Rangers raised. Do I go back to the body now, actually?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eye. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run. And you start to run yourself empty with your hands at your
I
sides.
would need like a
and your
gas
eyes
mask
sweating.
or something. I don't know. Well, gas masks don't help with odors. Just fucking bag sprays, right?
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. There.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots. Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely.
Zirconium
This is where the map would be. Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's V3 is enamel. This is advanced stuff. It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Fucking hell. Either we aren't getting paid enough
For
or
the
this.
northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Not too much, yes.
I need to hustle more and hate less. This sounds beautiful. Hey, my hustle bill.
It's a sorry situation, I agree. The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know. No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirts we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
Nice. That makes sense.
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerty, and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
I hate this fucking kid. Everyone hates this fucking kid. He makes me not want to have children someday.
But there's not enough for him to hold on to.
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company, but that's just hearsay. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
A small bell-like sound fills the air.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Sounds...
Organic lines cover
I don't know.
where they separate into
Pretty
small
sure a
bits.
lot of
These
ballistics
then
armor
divide into
probably
smaller
tries
bits
that.
until
but
there are hundreds of them altogether, like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy the whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E50, 100, 1000.
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands, This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man.
No.
I didn't see any
Two.
splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
But who is this guy? Well, I know this guy because I played this game, I beat this game, and I know what the story leads to, but at the same time, we still don't know who this guy is.
Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars. Alcohol and heartbreak.
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
So am I.
Oh shit, oh shit.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
It's black light.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
It's a laser. It's gonna shoot your eye out. Yo, shut the f***.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a short flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it. It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Sure, just don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
I'm gone. I'm a joke. Look at me. There is nothing funny about jokes either.
Okay. But that's what a joke is. It's supposed to be.
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer. Go ahead, Coppo. Into the wild pale yonder. In the past. What do you mean? It's the power of your imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be
Holy
crazy!
shit.
Inanimate objects zombies and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
He loves those. Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions? Here you go, you loony. Because you have. Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh.
Oh, God. You know, you hear all these, like, sometimes you hear horror stories of, like, you know, bodies that were found, like, weeks after the person passed, unfortunately, and, like, they just melt into the ground. It's disgusting. It's just... And, you know, I've actually watched a few videos of, like, obviously not, but there are videos of time lapses of, people, watching decay of, like, a fruit or an animal piece, and it always looks disgusting. There's like this... There's this period where it's light decay, but then there's this really big period of heavy decay and really disgusting. But then there's like, okay, it's mostly gone. And at the end, right here. I don't know, this just reminded me of that. Oh. Like, there are a lot of, like, people in Japan who seem to, like pass away kind of unnoticed in their apartment. And people just should have left. And it's really fucking sad. Really fucking sad. But it's like... There's weeks before they, like... are actually found before. And just the decay has spread so much, it's like stained into the floor. Ugh.
So, what do you think?
I think he's dead. I think he was upright. His hands.
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Yeah, fuck this kid.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
That wasn't a real riddle.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging. There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it. Drop.
Oh god.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he saying?
Talking about shit.
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
I think he's
I
dead.
agree.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
Daddy, daddy. What is that? The world no longer stores its personality. Time for that ended 7
That
days.
sounds about right, yes.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and...
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. His torso...
Of course. You have questions to a reminder.
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
No, not quite. There you go.
Feeling nausea, vomiting, tenderness or pain around the liver.
Fuck no. You're no Rooney. No. You're not a Harry either. You're a motherfucker. That's who you are. Rooney the...
Okay, I'm talking to... Yep, let's take him down.
The steel reinforced belt presents...
Fuck this.
I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
We could shoot him.
Climb up there and... So there has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Oh god.
Someone else? You mean like the police?
Yeah, exactly. Call the police. You have a point there. Below.
Sadly, yes. The whole RCM is out there right now, doing the exact same thing we are. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to...
I would really prefer if there was another way. These people might have an agenda, but what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pigs!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Shoot the belt. The ball will break it.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now what?
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
I'll blow his head off.
Take it!
Yeah, take...
Silence. With it and produces a lightweight
You
fire.
can do it. You can do it, Kim. I believe in you. Holy shit.
The scouring stick.
You are awesome. You are Kim. You are...
That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle loader. Aesthetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's death's position, taking aim. The corner of his
Oh,
eye
you can
closes.
probably get
His
closer.
finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts.
God damn it.
He feels bad about his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age. Whatever he...
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Try again, maybe.
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position. I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead, I'm not stopping.
This is the sod.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana boyka!
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself.
The buckle comes into focus in...
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Your field of view narrows. The slow movement of the branch in the wind, and your shoulders directing the gun sink up.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
What do I need for this? Hand-eye coordination. I could, I mean, I could put it into that, but enjoy it. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah. Fuck! Oops.
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your hand goes numb from the explosion. With your ears, you missed the belt, but hit the corpse straight in the chest. Bits of ribcage protrude from the skin. No blood.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry! I knew it! What a mulko!
Start crying, you're sensitive. No, I'm a big man, you know, I might be a drunk and a loser, but I don't want this.
I agree. Police work is overrated. It is trying and stressful. However, it is still our job to get the...
It's not the gun's fault you can't shoot.
Pigs don't have...
Kuno has hands. Kuno can shoot that shit down for you.
Your son, he says he can shoot. We're not giving you gun.
Cop's bitter because he fucked that corpse up, Kuno. What a fuck...
We still need to get him down, somehow. The bad way. The way I didn't want us to. By asking the harbor for help. They have the tools and the men. If they put him up there, they can take him down too.
Found a way into the...
Hooray for us.
Oh boy. God damn it. I don't have his gun, right?
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time the lines intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky, but for you to discover, someone who knows about history could tell you. Gone.
Well, shit. Put points into that for nothing. Fucking nothing. Let me... I'm gonna grab some magnesium. Shouldn't take too much magnesium. It's bad for your blood, or bad for your
A
bowels.
small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste.
Like I said, no, magnesium has like never
Raincoats fill a low
helped me. Actually,
a colorful display there, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
Guess not, no. I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
oh yes, we are well acquainted.
Don't do anything here. Just go away. Get back to work.
Alcohol, pale aged vodka. Oh god. Cigarettes get you intellect. You know, actually, when I was in college, occasionally I would smoke a cigar before, like, studying. Because nicotine is supposedly, like, a good...
This Post Lavatorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized.
Good mail delivery. Good mail delivery box.
The box seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and Saint G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
I
The
feel.
mail collection box seems cathartic. Thankful even. So do you.
Good memory. Mailbox. I don't know. I remember conversing with these guys at one point, but I don't know if that amounts to really anything. We could, actually.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Sir, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, do you know it? Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isoleri law enforcement service. The crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
He started slapping.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again.
No, not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse. No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Garbage.
I'm the authority here. Looks like there's a limit to it. I don't want to, like, this sounds like I'm kind of, like, antagonizing her. This just sounds like an asshole and will get me nowhere. This makes me look weak and will get me nowhere.
I don't know what to tell you, officer.
Next question.
Yeah, go on. Yes, I know who you are.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past. Don't go there again.
You told me back in the whirling. You told everybody, and so does your bat. Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
God, I really didn't look.
Yes, you absolutely should. It feels like you haven't worn yours in a long, long time.
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things.
Disco.
Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir. Clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it. I am sorry about that. Anything else, detective? You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly,
Why not?
What? No, why would you even think that?
Don't be afraid. So you do agree that quitting just because someone is over? Told me as you are you saying that?
Please, don't bring Gar into this. It's none of your business. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
Okay,
Please,
okay.
no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun detector. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and...
Actually, I don't know.
Great.
Fuck that.
Anything else? I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the whirling in rags when she was still working there.
I'm not mad. It's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac.
Oh God, so I was the one who broke that.
You said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. It was a pretty bird, there since I started working in whirling. I really liked her. We call her Scotty.
There's genuine sadness in her voice.
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I'd ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place.
Damn.
I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you, well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now. We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that song.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about how you're a piece of shit human being, and why does anyone even let you work as a policeman? That you'd fire yourself, but you can't even do that. And then I had to deal with your toilet, the one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself. No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
You're the worst tavern. Shit. I'm truly.
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened. Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. I like Guard. I really do. No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked him. It was just bad timing. With the corpse and all that.
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side. The telephone cord coiled around her index.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. I should have told him maybe. Okay, but please don't mess it up. Please don't take out your gun or something.
Well, lucky for you, I don't have a gun. I lost my gun.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Ooh, excuse me.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your copo type.
Wait, there are copo types?
Guess what's yours?
Oh, God. Sorry, cop. I'm sorry. I'm not sure. Weapon cop.
Yes, sorry, cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official, then. Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in
I'm sorry. the other copo types be jealous.
Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting cop, liquid shadow cop. But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go.
Guilt trips. Guilt trips you into being like the nice guy.
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? They'll be super, super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual copo type from sorry to anything.
No, actually, I'm not sorry. I changed my mind.
Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million.
God, I wish that was... Logic says, no, that won't. Thanks, Logic. I really needed to know that can't happen. Thanks.
Can I help you?
Wait, what? But what about the bird?
Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left.
You broke the skewer.
I assure you it was him.
It's as if he can't decide whether to be angry or relieved that it was you. Again.
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer?
I just break things. It's the way I am.
can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie. Even worse, I thought she was trying to send me a message. Symbol of hope and all.
A tender type of hope. Something stirs in you. Perhaps this is why you broke it.
All right. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about me? Really? I should give her a call then. Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted, or...?
Nope. Not at the moment. Ay, 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 ay. Drama. 2 lovebirds. Can't communicate. How sad, you know. Yeah, I should put some empathy. Yeah, do that. Oy, 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 oy.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind? Oh.
Time to relax. He's merely joking.
Can't even get a few jokes past you, man. They usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident. Though we've been making headway.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
It's like, whatever's going on over... They want to keep that money flowing in, my man.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else? Us lorry drive, not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days.
In his eyes, an unfamiliar longing. Flecks of brown and gold. It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street that goes beyond the horizon.
Excuse me?
Oh, I get longing.
Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home. Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much, on another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We've got a little place there. Can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows.
Select.
What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly
Weird
scenarios
that
in great
two
detail.
contradictory things can be
Comforts me.
good.
What about you, Cop Man?
Don't know where I
You
was
missing
going with that.
someone?
Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow, and the past.
I feel for you, my friend. It's bad enough to know who you miss. Missing like that doesn't feel like it has much of an upside. But, thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone. And I know it wasn't easy to ask. I hope you find your way through your own troubles. Oh.
Time to relax. He's merely joking.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. They usually get shipped to Grodd and...
The man taps his finger.
Damn it. That didn't amount to much. I mean, emotional moments, yes, but doesn't help the investigation.
Loman, you caught me at the time. Of course, whatever. I quit concerning myself with that alone. Then it's
Bad hand. Hermenegildos' bad hand.
What do I need drugs for, Loman? Yes.
Those epithets are familiar somehow.
Then what?
This line of questioning is going nowhere. Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Who the fuck is Iraq? Ah, and what do I care about the union boss? Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month I made half a dozen trips from Saramiris to Grad. No, Loman, diamonds. Where do you want me to go? This or I can just relax.
I think we're done here, no?
God damn it.
What do I need drugs for, Loman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary. If you don't know...
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
You're mad, Loman. Well, a bit. Good. I don't care about drugs.
I forget how I solved that mystery. The drugs. Even I don't know even if I did, actually.
Right to work.
I think to get the body down, though, I think I need to ask Titus when he arrives the next day. Titus and the gang. You know, those boys. Them boys. So...
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Main hall, building B, Revisional Hornets, Fortress, Accent.
Silence. No one answers your call. An off-key melody starts playing.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to...
Sorry, officer, I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again.
A single beat
Okay, no.
indicates that the line has gone dead.
Okay, Andrew Hair
You
SCA.
ring the doorbell. What an ominous name for a hair salon. doesn't bode well for anyone's here. All you hear is static, but you ring the doorbell. But you wait for a minute. Looks like someone has melted half the... You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver.
Yes, hello. This is Triton Electric. Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly. The lieutenant exchanges a look with...
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought, ever since I came to work here, as if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides.
It sounds spooky.
When she speaks again, it sounds like
Ghost.
she's submerged.
Ghost lady.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally meet again.
She sounds like she's about to cry. She doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay. Another seagull passes by.
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this doorbell. It looks ancient.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read. Silence. Silence. No one answers the doorbell. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you.
Temporary research bonus. -1 authority impact. Oh, God. Yeah, I'll take the...
No.
Fuck!
Hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more...
Revelation.
Forget it. Find something else to do. You see a set...
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only. Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books...
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you.
You love the books. You like to read the books.
Away from the curtains, the more alluring they become. You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges. Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you. Just as you're about to pull apart...
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
We're not customers. We're the police.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Why? It's not look like anyone was killed there.
This was close to the scene of the
I
crime.
don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers. No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here.
Talking is always good. There is something mysterious about the curtains. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you.
Okay. Tell me about the curtains. If you don't, I will rip them open.
Welcome to Crime Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
You know what? What are these?
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. Crime fiction. These books, not a single mention of all the stress. You see, a killing is declared.
Dick Mullen dies?
Turns out he faked it to solve a case. Yes, tragedy. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick? Your attempt to grasp.
Oh my God. I just don't have patience to go through all this again.
You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
I would say The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history. The book is also very daring. Certainly.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Greatest Innocence.
Several maps. The maps look old and faded. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta. To the east, Hudon. It's so small you can't even know. This is somewhere to be.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only... They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though. That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
The place does not look like...
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame, the project never got going.
And said, no, I think I need this.
All these ruins are bad for business. Always good to be informed of your...
This bookstore is not...
Sir, please, no, I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers.
Amidst the these three things are very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services. It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, which costs more than this, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold.
So it's like a bunch of alternative doctors on YouTube.
Unity, balance. On the other hand,
a bunch of pseudoscience crap.
Yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place. The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. There's even a chapter. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this? The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pearl. The book contains very little explanation on the matter. The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the pearl, also known as le territoire. For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik or hand broom. made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near Pale. It is supposedly invigorating and good for the circulation. It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the Pale. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the Pale and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired.
Wait, where's the Pale? Again? The folk involved alternate. For example, I recommend. Where is this Pale? How can I distill this?
Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health.
But alcohol does.
That seems improbable. Is it any more improbable than anything else that human, for general health and well-being? This is exactly what you need. There's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
Oh, I certainly don't need that.
You close
Dude.
and return it to its place on the shelf.
Medicinal purposes of the Pale.
The worn map features that your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Cypar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself. A small mountain of colorful board games.
Wonderful board games.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends? Or are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Friends are technically like family. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
That sounds like a fun game, actually. It's kind of like how Monopoly is supposed to be anti-capitalist, but... Alright, and time to fucking rip this shit open. I don't give a fuck.
The curtains, tattered with age. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it.
I warned you. You're unleashing forces beyond your...
Ay, ay, ay. This portrait of a maid.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It is only an echo. No one is there.
This is gonna hurt me. Damn it. Woo!
I wasn't kidding when I said we're parapsychologically done. You clearly don't care about the consequences. What gives you the right?
I am the law. I detected sidekick emanations from within and was compelled to him. I am the law.
Don't expect my help from now on. The back door is locked and I threw away the key. I won't trifle with such forces. Do look at the books, though. The books compel you. You may be able to make up for this by buying a lot of books. Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
This person's just like such a money grubber. Bye.
And what else can I do for you?
Well, hold on. Move my screen.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be
Yep, that was going to damage me.
Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
It's a guys, I don't want to see me cry. I don't want to cry. Please don't. Oh God, that's really.
Are you alright? This looked pretty intense and painful, I must admit.
What is going on there? Are you really trying to break down the back door?
Yes, the spirits compelled me.
Don't tempt the spirits, officer. Don't tempt the spirits, or you'll damage the holy wards on the door.
It barely looks like you've done any damage. Only an echo. Only an echo. Only an echo.
I kind of want to. God damn it! Tired, you know.
Shelves full of biographies.
The greatest
of famous
innocent.
people, whoever they are. Shelves filled.
Oh, you're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a...
Because I'm sure you read all of them, then you...
Shelves full of biographies of.
I'll just buy this book.
True cultural touchstone.
The Greatest Innocence by João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego. The book is large and heavy. Browsing through the various chapters, you try your best to understand the ceaseless overflow, the sprawl of names, dates, places, events historical. Most of it ends up as a twisted mass of facts inside your brain. Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well, it's pop quiz time. Let's see what you've learned. This might take a few minutes. That's the spirit. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is what I was made for. A pop quiz is a short examination designed to test your knowledge without any prior warning. Thanks for nothing.
Thanks, asshole.
Dolores Day. Dolores. Incorrect. Dolores Day was the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. She codified parliamentary democracy and created modern institutions. Among these, the moral intern, she was powerful and beautiful on all her icons. Her colors are silver, white, and apricot. And when you think her name, Dolores, stomach acid rises to the back of your throat, and it hurts. You see a flash silver, a wreath, an airport bag, and blonde hair. You don't know why. Another choice, perhaps? Steer clear of this one. There's something terrible about this one.
I'm thinking about not thinking back to the quiz.
A strange sensation of loss. When she left the earth, the dust, and the ice, and the humans. That is unimportant to the quiz. Yes, the quiz quiz is impersonal. No need to rouse sensations in yourself at the mention of Dolores Day. Incorrect. Sola resigned after. Correct. Nothing much is known about him. It's not even clear that he was a he, but Franco Negro presumed as such and called him Pius. He's depicted as a young man with molten gold pouring out of his mouth. All he spoke was gold. It's said he invented God and equality of men before God. He also introduced the gold standard as a way for measuring people's love for Aurum. As the first innocence, he declared that there should be more of those like him. It is presumed his disciples were the
What a
beginning
fucking
of the
self-righteous
the founding party.
dirtbag.
Question 2. Who? Easy. Everybody knows the answer to this. You, me, anybody. An innocence is the highest category of historical person. I can do better. Okay, so commonly an innocence does not enforce his or her power through military power. This is seen as unnecessary. The innocence wins because an innocence can't help but win, for their deeds are inevitabilities. Did this help? Damn. Delirious. Incorrect. Even though, please, relax. Incorrect. Correct. Named the innocence of militarism. He codified hereditary rule, but at the same time,
Encyclopedia is really not helping out.
Inter Isolari Real as the global reserve currency. He also established the concept of the nation. Franco Negro attempted to solve the rising tensions between the aristocracy and bourgeoisie by building a unified society in which every man has a place and a mission, but at the same time may rise to nobility, provided on the strength of his virtue. Question 3. Who was the force? It got it under control. No problem. Yes, there exists a group called the Founding Party, known as the Holy Party, during the time of the Pericarnassian. This, the world's oldest international organization, there seems to be a mix-up with the sources. At least it clearly wasn't Dolores Day. She wouldn't be false. She's beautiful. No, stop thinking it. I said it wasn't her. She was true. No, stop thinking it. I said incorrect. Stepan, the incorrect.
God damn it.
There have been a number of counter or false.
I'm 3 for 3 for
to have innocent qualities. Some
choosing the
themselves.
last choice.
They have the support of a faction inside the ecclesiastic organization, and accusations of foul play have arisen. The most famous and important of these was Ernau Pasternak. He was into torture, despotism, hymns, cannons, and world conquest, but got defeated and humiliated by Stepan the Despicable of Kedra. Final stretch. You've come so far and learned so much. This is the most important one. I've got it, honest. Of course, this is my thing. 0 doubts. Correct.
Dolores.
As the father of nations, but as of this century, there's been a great shift in attitude. Dolores Day has become widely regarded as the greatest innocence, a most radical change to the whole fabric of the world. Everything from inter-isolary travel to the connected world to 3 consecutive scientific revolutions can be traced back to her. Every decade that passes, she seems less human somehow and more beautiful. Congratulations on finishing the test. The results and your subsequent grade, an F for failure. You would have done better if you just left Dolores Day for the end. Dial the Dolores Day down a bit.
No, she's great. She is magnificent, and you know, she's everything. She is the moment. She is the thing. Don't knock down Dolores Day. I don't really know.
What's going on with you? Okay.
You're shouting at an inanimate object.
Man, something's weird about this book. You should do something fun instead. Rock out.
Browsing through your educational survey is done. It seems, oh yeah, this is what I was made for. Incorrect. Solar resigned after. Correct. As the first question too easy. Everybody knows the answer to this. You, me, any. Incorrect. Correct. Franco Quest got it under control. No problem. Correct. The most famous final stretch. I've got it. Honest. Correct. Everything from congratulate and A. All correct. Impressive. Oddly so. You really navigated some treacherous waters here. Well done. The lieutenant. Yeah, sure.
God, I'm so smart. What do you want? Kitsuragi, what do you want? What do you want?
Think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year. You should take care of that, then. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street.
Though he finds this situation frustrating, he is doing his best to not make you feel any worse than you already do.
Be like 12 o'clock. Or no, it would be like 10 o'clock. I see.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
I understand your predicament as the manager. I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect good luck trying to use it. All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before... Not until you break...
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can...
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is thinking.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here. Yes, have you got it? Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me? Game? Everything is just a game, not until...
Okay.
I really...
Oh, Lieutenant.
Damn it. You know, I'm trying my best to like make up for the dumb shit I did. But I still have a job to do, you know.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
I have something here we could sell.
Transport enclosure. Regular people just call it the cage. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable.
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal. There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity. A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition official's son and high. I don't know. Is it? I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back. No, that would be silly.
No.
I don't know why I kept them.
Maybe. Yes, outrageously cool.
He flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark.
As I said, they are useless anyway. I should have remembered I have these earlier.
But thank you.
Sorry, Cam. Thank you.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
I'll try and make it up to you. You know, you're a good bro. love ya, no homo, obviously, because we're just, you know, we're just bros. What if we kissed, you know? Yeah, I mean, that's weird, you know, right, but what if we kissed? Going there.
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here? The pawn shop is always open.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street. A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
There's a note of indignation in it. Those triangle patches on his vest. You have a feeling they mean something. Like
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. You know, after the People's Pile disaster. Had to take Pyrrolidon for radiation sickness. That's what you were hinting at just now, wasn't it?
He's taken for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people,
it
we
is.
just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but there's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths, cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could. No one's, everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
Oh, and nuclear energy is, you know, safe as long as you put in a lot, obviously, hence the phrase, safeguards into it. Something like Chernobyl, where the reactor was kind of faulty in some way. That's a very simplified way of saying it. And they were told it wasn't, apparently, but nuclear energy is probably the way to go. You want cleaner energy. Yeah, I mean, he says primitive reactor, so.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized, tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill. I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud, years getting sick. I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Have you tried it?
The lieutenant steps away. Go ahead then. He won't be your nog, but he won't be thrilled about this either.
If you say, here you go, man.
I don't want to.
I respect your decision, officer.
I was hoping that would lead to, like, possibly the drug lorry person Something to sell.
We'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Oh God.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a mess banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Of course, I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest is for him, to compensate for the pain of being separated from his radiant spinners.
I'm sorry, Kim.
Small consolation.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Oh, no. A photic?
You have absolutely no idea what aphotic baths are.
Another time, perhaps.
Do I have something else to sell?
Sure.
Something
Let me
else
have a
at your
look.
pawn
Anything else
menu.
you're thinking of selling?
Probably belongs to someone. Postcard.
Another time.
Perhaps I need to call it for the night. I'll probably stream early tomorrow. Actually, I don't know. Fuck. I have to make yogurt tomorrow. I make yogurt every 2 weeks because it's cheap and breakfast. Good breakfast.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you... Well? Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow. The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have...
Alrighty.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Have a ciggy. Have a cig.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then...
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically. Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. I would say our initial inspection was very thorough. And then you shot him in the chest, which wasn't ideal. And we still have to get him down from the tree.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Not ideal. He means he can't believe he let you try that trick and would be angry if he didn't feel the outcome was partly his responsibility.
I still can't believe I missed that shot.
Being sober tends to help with precision. But moving on, we conduct...
Hey, I was sober during that.
He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful.
He's not saying much on the matter because he thinks you could have gotten more out of Everard.
Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief.
One I haven't ruined yet.
Moving on. We tried to interview the Wild Palms rep, but she asked us to do something. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it really must be important.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I do things out. My mind moves fast, the rest has to try and keep up.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age, and in those hills. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green, goes with the orange. I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
Kim is always cool.
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will, and unhealthy.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit.
I apologize, but I only brought one with me. I have exactly one cigarette every night while going over my notes. Yes, it's been a long and eventful. They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Rebachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Quite limited. The power officers of the Rebachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount.
But from what I understand, the place we are in isn't really run by cops. It is run by a coalition of different foreign powers, from what I understand, and that but the RCM is kind of like something else. Aren't we in Rebachol, though?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. We are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal. Yes, the last time was 4 years ago.
He says it matter-of-factly and moves on.
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them. The coalition government, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain.
So,
no more, no less.
Rebachol has its government, but this area is a place that the cops really don't go to because the union kind of governs it. Kind of like a mafia, it sounds like. I'm just trying to understand the whole. It's a very unique world setting. Obviously, it's a lot of different political, I guess, ideologies trying to
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the Morlinton leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we
I'm also curious of what type of government the coalition is, kind of. Though it doesn't really seem like it's necessarily a formal form of government or a traditional form of government. It's more just, I guess, an agreement between political powers. Foreign political powers.
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world. What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Those others say they continue the humanist project.
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me. Morality are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
You're allowed to have opinions.
There's some kind of affection in him.
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad.
That's another leitmotif associated with moralism.
But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. Do you?
They're stooges of the world's immigrants, liberal kids, fucking men turning into women. Oh God. Let's see. Things are bad out there. Point to this. We need them here, giving us the right to police. Biggest bourgeois, protecting bourgeois rights. I mean, those, I feel like these could be right. I mean, a lot of some political organizations are indeed corrupt, and they protect, you know, the ones that are filling the pockets or giving them for political motivations, whatever. Although this one isn't really correct. I mean, if this one's true, things are bad out there.
In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
We should make our own law. I don't know. Being a vigilante, you know, it depends on what you're... what justice you're enforcing, I guess.
Sadly, it is what we already are to the people of Martinez. Most of them, at least, especially the Union.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, Like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid.
Oh,
Kuno.
God.
It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts. We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate. Me too, but I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
No. I mean, you might not be the one to foster that drastic change, but every little thing, every good, if everyone does a little good every now and then, it produces a big wave, bigger ripple. All these little ripples, come together, or they impact.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now.
I don't know. I have trouble really putting it, my abstract thoughts into words sometimes.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
Only got to keep it sane.
The air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience. It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly.
Absolutely agreed.
That's the genius.
And without, they often,
progress is meaningless if it's
so many times, so many people have died
change can only come about
because of people's trying to achieve this idealistic utopia in their mind, rather than listening to their own kind of, I guess, narrow understanding of, and really not trying to rationalize deeply about the issues that they face and trying to understand the roots of them. Yes. I don't know. I'm talking out my ass. What am I saying? I'm just a guy who talks a bunch of...
Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of. You may never live to see the Kingdom of Conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's no excuse not to keep working. What rationality? Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed?
I believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed. Here's the thing. I don't agree with the bloodshed part, but I believe in a balance between the chaos and order, really. And what I mean by that is that I think about like freedom of speech, you know. I believe in freedom of speech. That in a form is, I think, a little bit chaotic, you know, having all these. But at the same time, we govern ourselves in our speech so we can have, you know, dialogue or whatever discourse, and to help us understand different things or whatever. I believe too much status quo and order will lead to stagnation, and too much chaos will lead to, you know, no foundation for us to grow. And in the balance between these two extremities, obviously, I'm talking about extremes, we find, you know, we can grow. We can learn to grow and balance between these two streams intermittently. So, as no, we believe that status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed. It depends. That really depends. Do you think if, let's say, there's a tyrannical government, maybe, and it's having so many, you know, human rights violations, wouldn't it be warranted? And that's the status. Let's say that's the status quo. Wouldn't that, you know, warrant maybe like a revolution? But in that sense, a revolution would cause bloodshed. What? So again, it really depends, especially in that, you know, obviously very specific scenario. You have to really.
Then you've never lived through real chaos. Sometimes, in the face of great disaster, defending the status quo is progress.
Yes, it depends, though.
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The kingdom of conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post...
LNZ! Sure, why not?
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow? That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
I talk a bunch of bullshit, you know. I don't want to spend a skill point. What? What does have like? With the body to control, threaten people. I don't need that. What is the thought I have? Alright, Kim. Time for bed. Well, these thoughts really sound so much better in my mind, but then I talk about them and have them all out in the world, and they don't sound too great.
But it's yours. The sheets look awful. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
Sounds nice. Sounds nice.
And then sleep. And then sleep doesn't come.
What to sleep?
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening. Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Oh.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
I remember when my mental health was so bad and I couldn't sleep. At most, I would only get like 2 hours of sleep at times, and that was like with melatonin. I tried so many different things to get me to sleep, but I just couldn't.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep, and images start forming.
Let's go, baby.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours? No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me.
Fuck you.
You failed Elysium. No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself.
Thank you.
That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
I'm a stinky boy. I can come back.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that
You don't
high
fucking
conductivity
me.
state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
This is what really your depression voice is like. Really. It thinks it knows, or like the depression voice in your head. It really thinks it knows you. It acts like the rational part of your brain. When it really... It misses a lot of... I mean, it's very narrow-minded. I'm trying to... Yes.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover. Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the
limbic system kind of represents your like anxious part of your brain, kind of.
Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes.
It's very impending doom oriented.
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good going, buddy.
That's how it's going to be when I close my eyes.
Yes. Wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's
yeah.
You feel even worse this morning than you did last night. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
No, that's not it. Really, I feel super good.
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself.
No, I can take this. I'm not going to go looking for speed.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week.
I don't need that shit.
2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired. Suit yourself.
You don't
Slow,
fucking
sad
know
show,
me.
man. See how you do without your spark. A mirror hangs on the bathroom.
God damn it. Alright. Alright, I'm going to call it for tonight. I am tired. Oh, what is it? It is 10:05 my time. Oops. I should try and go to bed early. Anyways, I might be back tomorrow. I don't know what time, maybe 1:30 Pacific time. Don't know what I'll play. I'll figure it out. But anyways, if anyone was watching and you enjoyed my rant, some philosophical sentiments of a person that has too much time on his hands, hope you come again. Thank you, and goodbye. Fairly well.